We're going to rock this. Oh, yes, we are. Oh, there we go. So good afternoon. I'm Elias Puurunen, the man with the last name made from useless Scrabble tiles. So I want to talk with you today about networking. Now, don't get nervous. I'm not some LinkedIn guru who's going to read from his list of 9 neat networking tips. I just want to talk about networking from my own experience and my experience as a millennial entrepreneur. Yeah, Cody. For years, when I started out, I thought that networking events were all about sales. There they are, a room full of people, customers, and they've got money to spend. Question: when you're at a networking event, what's the first question you normally get asked? What do you do? When people would ask me, I'd freeze. What do I do? I do lots of stuff. What should I talk about? Well, what LinkedIn would say I need is an elevator pitch, wouldn't they? Sure. A short description of the product or service that you provide. Great. Even though we're not in an elevator. How many people, show of hands, have an elevator pitch? It's okay. We're in a safe space. We can share this. This will only be between you, me, and the rest of the internet. See, when I first started networking, I would nod politely, listen, while my brain worked overdrive to try and weave their pitch into mine. Usually it flopped. Because us young entrepreneurs were told that we have to stand out. I figured maybe if I got fancy with my pitch, I'd stand out that way. I filled it with buzzwords. I want to get this right. I practiced this last night so many times. But yeah, I figured, well, I'd get really clever and fancy. So because after all, I love to assist companies achieve their strategic vision and align their performance with their objectives through dynamic synergies, all while encouraging increased collaboration to break down intra-division knowledge silos in order to produce an innovative, results-driven approach to profitability. Well, that didn't work. So I got clever. I'd come up with catchphrases. I help make your business more successful. Well, duh. That's why you hire a consultant, isn't it? Nobody hires a consultant because they want their business to fail. Well, Sears did. But I would focus too much on how I could make myself sound awesome. But what would I leave out? The other person. Because when we meet companions, colleagues, or customers, who's at the center of it? People. People are at the center. You don't stop being a person because you're working, do you? Of course not. It's tough when you're starting out. How do you separate yourself from the crowd? And does that matter? Because for a few years, I was a programmer. I programmed for a living. Then I decided that life was actually worth living. I was making really good money. Don't kid yourself. I was making good cash. But I wasn't happy. I didn't feel fulfilled. I wanted to make a difference in the world. And personally, I believe we become entrepreneurs to make a difference somehow. The money we make is a byproduct of the success we create. Making a difference is precisely why I took over Mo Mondays London. I saw it become a cliquey schmoozathon, and it wasn't the place where you met the nicest people. I wanted an event that put relationships first and business second. And we did just that. I wanted a place where you could level with everybody, where you could be genuine. And we did that. And on occasion, I even show up shirtless to host the show. People remember that. So does the internet. So have you ever wondered if you could make a difference in this world? Well, let me wrap up with a quick story. Earlier this year, I wrapped up a big data project with the Canadian government. That project was so successful that the government made an agreement with Siemens Canada to invest millions of dollars into smart home research. All because some guy from London with a computer science degree from Waterloo knew how to write a killer database. That guy was diagnosed with cerebral palsy at age 7, told that he'd never run, ride a bike, and would definitely never swim. I do 2 out of the 3 things. I only run when I'm being chased by a bear. He was bullied in elementary school, thought he'd always be the fat kid, and that he would never be able to lose 90 pounds. That guy's me, just a little slimmer. My work paved the way for a more energy-efficient Canada. Would you call that making a difference? Now, I'm not saying that to blow smoke up my ass. I'm saying it to make a point. You stand out when you make a difference in somebody else's life. Maybe our actions speak louder than our elevator pitches. When I host Mo Mondays, help people connect with Tractus or build some sort of data warehouse, I don't play around. This is me. I want to help solve your problems. And if I can't, I'll get you in touch with someone who will. I'll get you in touch with Santa. I'll get you in touch with Greg. I'll get you in touch with Cody. I'll get you in touch with Lexus of London. I'm not here to network. I'm here to build relationships. And that's why I'm only going to ask you to think about one thing today. Why are you here? Cheers, folks.